Cenk Uygur debating comedy is like a turkey arguing about Thanksgiving. It never ends well for him. For a guy who claims to fight corporate media, he sure loves acting like a human CNN segment.
The majority of the left wing is perfectly reasonable on this.
Are they? You and I might have a disagreement here, Cenk.
Yeah, we have a massive disagreement. You give those tiny little leftist streamers way too much
They're
credit.
not tiny little leftist streamers, Cenk. Hassan called the city council member racist for helping this woman move out of that. But like that's not a small streamer. That's a huge streamer. That's not a small person.
Okay, I mean,
do you get what I'm saying?
I mean, what are we going to get into this now? We're going to be like Trump with crowd sizes.
No, but okay.
But hold on, Anna. Hold on.
Do Democrats come out and push back against?
Wokeism is when you can have bullet holes in your damn car, and instead of people acknowledging the crime problem, they call you racist for talking about it. It's when a city council member actually helps a struggling woman escape a dangerous situation, but somehow that makes her the bad guy because it messes with the activist script.
Yeah, that is outrageous. By the way, some streamers have decided to smear the city council member who helped this woman who's low income move out of her home into a safe place to live. And they smear the city council member as racist because she is concerned about this crime that's going on. Okay. Now, Cindy also provided evidence of, bullet holes around the building, a bullet hole in her vehicle. So there's one example. This was in the building. And then here she is standing with a reporter by her Nissan. You'll get a closer look at a bullet hole that her car obviously has as a result of the shootings and the violence in the area. So look, you can't fix a problem or solve a problem if you're in denial of a problem. And clearly there is a problem here, and it's difficult to know the extent to which this criminal gang is operating in the area because it seems like there's this real effort to pretend like it's not even happening. And I have a huge problem with that because I think that migrants who are here should be able to live in peace. They should be safe. American citizens should live in peace. They should feel safe. And the idea that we should just allow this type of criminal activity to happen unchecked is ridiculous to me.
Yeah, so I find both the leftist streamers and the cops infuriating here. They just won't go to protect those people. And I mean, and the leftist streamers, you're looking for racial issues and you're blaming the commissioner who's actually trying to do something. How about the cops who won't protect the Latino and Latina immigrants that are there, that are begging for help? So cops, do your goddamn jobs. Your job is to serve and to protect. We have a culture of cowardice in our police in this country where they're taught, don't take a risk with your life. Your life is so much more important than the citizens. Don't take a risk, don't take a risk. Oh, they took over an apartment or an apartment building or half the apartment building, whatever it is. It's a bunch of migrants that live there. Who cares? And now leftist streamers, you're not supposed to do the same thing. So here, Octosquiddy's a member on Twitch asked a good question. Cenk and Anna, please tell us who the left is that you keep referring to and never defining. I'd really like to know as a self-ascribed leftist. No problem, because that we do that sometimes on the show. You don't know what we're referring to. Do we mean the whole left wing? Absolutely not. Okay, the majority of the left wing is perfectly reasonable on this.
Are they? You and I might have a disagreement here, Cenk.
Yeah, we have a massive disagreement. You give those tiny little leftist streamers way too much credit.
They're not tiny little leftist streamers, Cenk. Hassan called the city council member racist for helping this woman move out of that. But like that's not a small streamer. That's a huge streamer. That's not a small person.
Okay, I mean,
do you get what I'm saying?
I mean, what are we going to get into this now? We're going to be like Trump with crowd sizes.
No, but okay.
But hold on, Anna. Hold on.
Do Democrats come out and push back against that narrative, Cenk? Just the mainstream Democratic Party, do they come forward and push back against that narrative? Because you have the Democratic governor denying all of this. So I don't know who on the left wants to do something about it.
Anna, look, you have to be specific. Okay, I'm so glad Octosquiddy's asked that question because we have to be specific about who we're talking about. So if you're saying, oh, well, Hassan or some other leftist streamer is big, so that counts. Well, TYT Network is much, much larger.
Cenk is straight up losing it. He's throwing out every dramatic buzzword he can think of. Fascist, Nazi, dictator, like he's trying to win some kind of meltdown bingo.
Of a fascist. Because look, if we're just gonna use fascist toward anyone we dislike, All right, then the word doesn't actually mean anything.
Okay, what do you want me to say, Anna? You want me to say wannabe dictator?
Sure, you can say wannabe dictator, but I don't even think he wants to be a dictator.
Of course he does. That's what you do when you lose an election and you go, oh, I got fake electors and I'd like to terminate the Constitution and bring out the tanks and use martial law against American citizens and shoot protesters. I mean, if that's not fascist, then I guess the word just shouldn't exist.
But was he able to do those things?
Trump's
his rhetoric is awful.
Okay, if you don't want to be called fascist, stop saying fascist things. It's not that hard.
Okay.
Not that hard. Oh, here, let me have dinner with Nick Fuentes, who's a Nazi, Kanye, who's a Nazi, and let me say there's good people on the Nazi side. Oh, it could be pro-Confederate guys. Might be guys who are pro-slavery who are good guys. Let me do all of these things. Let me say that immigrants are poisoning the blood of our nation, a Nazi term that is only used in the past by Nazis, and then say I'm gonna ban Muslims, I'm gonna do this and this and this to all the other ethnic groups, and then go, oh, I can't believe you called me a fascist. No, he is a fascist. I'm very happy to call him a fascist.
All right.
Comedy should make people laugh, not turn into a political battleground. Cenk is flailing, Anna is holding her ground, and ironically, his meltdown is the funniest part of it all. At this point, the Young Turks feels less like a news show and more like Cenk Uygur screaming at his co-hosts until they give up. Ana Kasparian is finally pushing back, and the more she does, the more unhinged Cenk gets. This isn't just a debate, it's a full-on meltdown.
And on some extreme left thing that they did, and we're supposed to be to the left of them, and we are, but on economic issues, on things that make sense, they're like, aha, and you agreed, said this. I never agreed to any of that. I'm on the record. Whenever the Democrats go too far, I go, no, not buying it. I'm not in favor of that. I don't think we should pay for undocumented trans surgeries while they're in custody. I don't know why we're doing that. They're not American citizens, etc. And watch, like leftists will get super mad about me saying that.
No, they're melting down right now.
Right, and so I never agreed to any of the extreme stuff, but there was a moment when I got so frustrated with the police abuse. I originally was against defund the police very strongly, and they got tons of pushback on that.
I remember,
right?
Yep.
And for like a minute, I was like, God damn it, maybe we should defund the police. And then I regained my senses and went back to my original position. So I understand where Jerry's coming from. He got frustrated by the leftists, who you're right, do exist, who are like, you can't joke about that.
Finding the humor in it, or resorting to humor in order to cope with it. Like, there is an incredibly important role for comedy in today's society. And I just take issue with any group, whether it's leftists, people on the right, I don't care, trying to be the arbiters of what is and is not acceptable comedy.
Yeah, but both sides have to adjust, right?
I agree, yes, yeah. I do. I agree with that. So if audiences aren't liking your comedy because you're going too far and you're not selling tickets to your shows, don't cry about it. That's when you have to adjust.
Yep.
But also, let's give comedians the space and the room to fail, okay? And let the market decide.
Yeah, and by the way, and if you don't, that's okay too. Who cares? So if Dave Chappelle thinks, oh, I was funny, and Cenk thinks I wasn't, I hate him. Okay, that's fine.
And if you enjoyed this, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Is Ana waking up, or is this just more TYT drama? Let me know below.
And remember to be uniquely you.